So you want to learn how to make terrain, like everything that's around me right now? Well, you're in luck, because in this video I'm going to teach you how to make terrain, rocks, trees, all the basics for pretty good terrain. So let's go. So first, what you're going to want to do is open your watch menu, go to backpack, and you'll see your make pen and press use. And it'll spawn right in front of you, you can grab it. Or, what you can do is you can press favorite. So then when it's favorited, you can just reach behind your bag and grab, and it'll be in your hand. Alright, let's get to the tutorial. First thing you're going to do, open your watch menu, go to this room, go to settings, and then scroll down until you see allow creative tools beta content and turn it on. It'll ask you enable beta tools, just press save. Alright, and then once your room is saved, you'll have more shapes to work with in your maker pen right here. So then open your maker pen, go to palette, and collect sphere simple, and then go to swatches. For the color, we're going to do terre verte, and for the material, we're going to do carpet, and we're going to change the size to 500, like that. So now we're just going to want to make a big, flat-ish sphere. Like, this will be pretty good, but if you want it bigger, just go into your make pen palette and press manipulate, and then click on it, and you can use these and drag just to kind of extend it. And now when you're ready for that, go back into your watch menu, and I have grid on. If you have it on, just turn it off. Then select clone/flip, and you'll see this, and you'll see this little white thing on the side. But right now, if we're at the side and we grab it, it'll only go up and down. We can't go back and forth. It's stuck on this axis. So you're going to want to go above it so it's flat like this, and then you clone it, and you can just start placing it around wherever you like. And I'll show you what the result is when I'm done placing all this. Alright, now you should have something like this. It'll be flat, but it'll be bumpy, so it'll look pretty natural. Maybe after you're done, you're just like, man, I don't want it to be just grass. So open your watch menu again, press edit, and then click on the grass, so you'll be able to select each sphere individually. Then go to recolor, and since the best color I've seen that matches this is go color, leather, material, and then for the material just select dirt, and then just kind of make little patches of dirt everywhere just for decoration, and it makes it look natural, like it's not just grass, and it just kind of looks more natural. And then when you're done, just press done, and then it'll be here, and then you'll be able to move the whole thing as its own shape. Alright, now we're going to move on like rocks, like primitive rocks. So you're going to want to go to create, press create, palette, shapes, and press diamond, because this is the best rock shape that I've seen. Now go back to swatches and go to like the color, go to gray, and go back. And for the material, we're going to need rock, obviously. And then just make kind of a basic rock like this, and then just like stick it in the ground, maybe at an angle like this, and then do what you did with the grass and just start cloning it until you've surrounded everything that you want to. Okay, when you're done, you might have something that looks like this. And this is a bonus. If you want your rocks to be mossy, just clone the rocks and bring them up like this, then recolor them to the same color and texture as your grass, like this. And then when you're done, just bring the moss down on the rocks like that, and then grab scale and right here, and then scale it down until you're like, that's good. Just kind of scale it any way you like. Just make sure you like it. Look at this. I like this. I think this looks good. And then since they're two separate shades, do select on the moss and then on the rocks, and you'll see this options button, and then click on that and do merge shapes, and then it'll take up less ink space, and they'll all be one piece. So then if you decide to move them, they'll all be one thing. You don't have to select both of them. Alright, so now for trees. You're going to open your maker pen, go to swatches. The best color I found was Ochre, and switch the texture to dirt. And this will be for the trunk. Alright, and then put the tube radius to 25. At least that's what I found the best. Make sure that raw is on. So if you press all the way down your trigger, it'll do big, and then if you slowly release, it'll get smaller, like that. And obviously this trunk isn't good, so take out manipulate, and then you can pull this farther up. You can pull maybe the bad part up, and then you can bring like the cone part up like this. And then if you want, you can make it bigger, so then it's less noticeable, like this. And for my example, I'm just going to stick it in the ground like that. And then you're going to do basically the same thing, but for the leaves now. So change your color to the same color as your grass and stuff. Color and textures, just so it'll match. And then go like... And then make sure your tube radius meters is 1. And then do hard, and then get soft like that. Like this is actually like perfect. And then just make it big at the base, like that should be good. Alright, and then clone it so it goes up. And then just scale it down a little from the bottom. And then clone it up again. And scale. And then you can just rinse and repeat until you're like, that's good enough. Like for me, I'm just gonna do these 3s because this already looks decent. And I noticed now that this trunk isn't like centered, so I'm gonna center it like that. And now I have a tree. And now I can just move it and clone it however I like. And you can make these bigger, you can make them smaller. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you like how they look, it doesn't really matter. Alright, now we have trees around. So now, if you want, just kind of rocks, just anywhere. Oh, get your maker pen out again. Go to create, palette, and change your colors to gray, and then also rock, so the same texture as these guys. And go to shapes and select mound. Then what you can do, just put it in the ground and make like kind of rocks like this, and then you can just clone it like this and just make kind of a little tiny rock formation that you can just kind of have here. And you can do it like that, yep. And then when you're done, just do that. And then same thing, that if you want a mossy, just lift it up, do recolor, and then do it the same color as the moss you have on your other rocks if you do, just so it'll actually make sense, like this. And then bring it down like that, and then scale it up like this looks good. And then again, just select both of them so you're able to move them. And then you can scale around as much as you want, like this. I'm gonna turn off the grid. And then you can scatter these around, and you have these tiny little rock formations. Anyways, so that's basically just how to make some basic terrain. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna be making Minecraft tutorials a lot because I really want the white and gold robe for the video tutorials. I've already submitted 2, and I am begging that they get approved. Fingers crossed. And I'm hoping the Rec Room approves them because I really want these. And I'll get my first robe if the 2 that I already submitted and made, if they get approved. Alright, anyways, see ya.